think that underpriced attention is so important?
Okay, so we need to break this down because if you've somehow come across this video or you're listening to this, watching to this, it is so unbelievably important to understand what underpriced attention is and why I have some credibility talking about it. Okay, so first let me start off with myself. The reason I have credibility talking about taking advantage of underpriced attention is because that is what I did a year ago. There was a certain term on the platform for videos called YouTube that was underpriced in terms of the attention it was receiving. There was more people looking for videos on that topic than there were creators able to fill the demand of content to supply the people looking for videos on that topic. It's that simple. Less supply, a lot more demand, which means if you somehow fit within the supply, which is not that hard, you just make a video about the topic. Now the video has to be good, but nonetheless, you have to understand that there is the opportunity there to fit within. Then all of that demand comes to you. It's literally that simple when we're talking about underpriced attention. Everything can come to you if you go where not everyone is. And so YouTube's a massive platform, 2 billion people, but still, within that massive platform, there's a niche of a niche of a niche that I found a keyword is what people are searching for, that was underpriced in terms of the attention it was receiving. And that was on a particular company that I had already invested $25,000 in. So I had already had a financial incentive to care about the company, view content about the company. I asked myself, what if I started making content, become a financial journalist around this company? And that's what I did. And as a result of that, my channel grew from 0 to 10,000 subscribers within about 3 months. And it was exponential growth, primarily based around the fact that I was the only person, really, one of the only quality people that was out there creating content around this subject. Now, what does that mean in the broad scheme of content overall? Unless you find that keyword, and I'll be very honest, I got very lucky finding that keyword. I mean, literally, if I had not slept in the same location that night and not turned on YouTube, maybe I don't find that keyword. But I found it, I saw the opportunity, within a couple of days I executed on the opportunity, and it actually started working. If you do not find those keywords, standing out on the platforms is not impossible, it's just more difficult, right? It's not as easy as the path that I had because I knew exactly what the formula was and I just kept executing against it. So the only way to leverage underpriced attention at scale in the modern era is, I believe, if a new platform exists. So if there's a new platform with new opportunities, with lots of demand and incredibly decreased amount of supply because it's a new platform, so it's hard to get a lot of content on a new platform in comparison to the billions of hours of content on other platforms, then boom, you've got an opportunity. You've got a really big opportunity that doesn't rely on a niche of a niche of a niche of a keyword. The opportunity is the platform itself is available for more people to create content on top of than there are people consuming. More people consuming than there are people creating, which gives the leverage for the creator to be able to access more opportunity because there's just not that many people there creating content. It's a theory that I did not come up with. It's a theory that every marketer knows about. And I think if you're a content creator, it's important to recognize that if this opportunity is real, if there's really a place where there's underpriced attention, then you need to get your ass on that platform immediately, which is what happened with TikTok 3 years ago, which is what's happening with LinkedIn. To some extent, it's happening with YouTube Shorts because that in and of itself is a underpriced opportunity within the larger platform. And I think that's also happening with my platform, Audia. If you are a musician and you are not posting your music on Audia, you're making a grave mistake. Because there are people that are willing to scroll through content in which your stuff will pop up on the platform in a much more probable way than it will pop up on every other platform on the planet, which means you have a chance to get discovered. If you are a podcaster and you're not posting your podcast on Audia, I think you are making a grave mistake. If you are any type of creator that can take your content, whether it's articles or videos or already audio, and then turn them into audio, you need to know what Audia is. Because what we're building is a portal and a network that allows content creators in the audio space to actually find and discover an audience. The other platforms are not doing that. The other platforms are just hosting platforms for that content, or they're Netflix of audio type exclusive platforms in which they garner the content, hoard it, and then shove it down your throat on the home feed. We are building something that is radically different. And the radical difference is that it's an ingrown network that will have its own unique network effects, and the creators that make up the network are going to be the people that make million-dollar businesses on top of our platform because they're going to have access to attention that they're not going to be able to get in other places. It's just that simple. And so the reason I'm so bullish on the platform, the reason I'm so bullish on the opportunity here is because I lived through underpriced attention. I did a podcast before I started my YouTube channel back in 2020, and I knew what it felt like to not have underpriced attention. I uploaded the podcast to all the major platforms like I was told to. I tried to obviously do SEO friendly titles, all this different stuff, and you just don't go anywhere. It's stuck. I mean, no one cares about your content. One day we had a TikTok go viral because for some reason that TikTok went viral, and we finally started getting a couple hundred people actually caring about our content. That only happened off the whim of a chance that something went viral. And so in 2021, when I took a jab at content again, and I had a little bit more of a strategic plan to focus on underpriced attention, and I executed against underpriced attention, it worked. Because it was just math. It's like more people looking than less people creating, therefore you have an opportunity here. If you take that premise and you apply it to an entire platform across 1 trillion different niches that are underserved on that platform, the market opportunity for all the creators that create content in those underserved niches on an underserved platform is gigantic. The scale of the internet is insane, and the scale of that platform can also be absolutely insane. This is just a question of getting more people to understand that opportunity, but that opportunity is real, and that opportunity exists. So if you are looking for more attention on your content, if you're trying to find an opportunity for your content to become more discoverable, I think it's a question of looking at the platforms. No matter how you subjectively think about the platforms, you need to think about what they're doing. Another platform example is something like Rumble. Rumble is a conservative video. It's not a conservative video site, but a lot of the content is conservative. Even throwing your content on that platform just to see how it does is worth the chance, because there may be people looking for content on that platform that aren't finding that. Like maybe there's people looking for meditation content on Rumble, even though a lot of people care about political content, but maybe if you're a meditation content creator, boom, there's an opportunity for your content to be stood out on that platform. So I think underpriced attention is going to be the central story of the next decade, because the big platforms that are really big are going to be disrupted by smaller platforms that are going to give more and more creators, by the way, there's 3 billion more people that have to get online, the ability to have access to audience in an underpriced attention economy. And those platforms will eventually get big, and then they'll be replaced as well. It all ebbs and flows. But I think over the next decade, if you are a content creator in any capacity, everything is changing rapidly. Adapting your content to different mediums is incredibly important. And if you find new platforms that provide opportunities in which attention is underpriced, then you need to take advantage of them.
If you could wrap that entire topic in one paragraph, how would you summarize it?
My new platform idea is giving the most underpriced attention on the planet to audio creators. And if you are an audio creator, there is an opportunity to upload content on a platform where there is less supply and more demand for people looking for audio. Regardless of the content you come up with, if you turn it into audio and post it on our platform, there is a significantly higher probability that people find it versus posting it on the mainstream platforms. And so you should take advantage of our platform, because I think a lot of people will one day.